Hello, I'm Bert Oliver, and welcome to the Bowie News and Views. And today, Mr. Rouse, John Rouse, the co-host, is just back from Scotland, and I know we'll hear about that. But first, John, let's introduce our guest.
It'd be a pleasure, and the reason for my attire is I just got off the plane and didn't have a chance to change clothes. This is my official uniform.
That's acceptable.
Our guest tonight is someone very special. As many of you probably have heard, we're getting a new news entity in town called Bowie Patch. It's going to be on the web. It's going to be exciting. And the editor is here to explain it to you, what he plans, what he wants to do with it. And may I introduce Josh Flynn, my boss, by the way, because I'm writing for him.
It's great to be here.
So how about it? What exactly, explain Patch, its origination, and what the goals are.
Okay, so Patch is like you said, an online news website. There's several different facets to the Bowie Patch and to all the patches in general. Obviously the news component. We also have a very comprehensive business directory. So part of what I've been doing over the past few months here in Bowie is having a team of people go out to all the businesses and organizations and places of interest, all the parks. Mm-hmm. At least we're trying to get everything we can. Obviously, there may be one here or there that we've missed, but for the most part, we're going to have everything in Bowie up on the site. There's been a lot of research done that show that most directories have some, things that are out of date or inaccurate. So we really wanted to try to get something robust that could really be a good resource for the community. And
I noticed that your skeleton has been removed and replaced with a letter, so that kind of eliminated, that gave an idea of what it would look like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and we're going to be launching next week, but in the meantime, if people want to check it out, if you just go to patch.com, you can see the other live sites. And there's quite a few now here in Maryland.
What day is it now that you're launching?
Tuesday the 28th.
Tuesday the 28th, okay.
So actually a week from today.
Yeah, a week from today.
So we've got a lot to do between now and then.
Or actually, it will be this week by the time this gets on the on the TV. But
this will probably start
YouTubers will be more up to date on it.
Right. So yeah, aside from the directory and the news component, we also have we're going to be posting volunteer opportunities. We have a dedicated calendar editor that's going to be posting all the events in the area. And there's just a lot of the idea behind it is that's very open-ended. So users can create an account and post their own events, post comments on stories, announcements. If you have, if you're expecting, if you're getting married, if your child's graduating from high school, college, something like that, and you want to let the community know about it.
Sure.
So the announcement's going to be a big part of it too, and yeah, like I said, it's going to be very open, and it's community driven.
Yeah.
We really need people from the community to get involved.
Sure.
It's not required. If you want to go on the site and browse, you can still do everything. It's full functionality, but if you do want to create an account, there's a lot more opportunity to get involved with the site.
How are you doing with staffing?
Staffing is going pretty well. I've been interviewing quite a few people for freelance positions this week, trying to get some columnists. And yeah, like I said, we just hired our calendar editor. Right now we're still looking for a sports editor because we really want to cover everything in Bowie, all the way from the Bowie State Bulldogs all the way down to Little League stuff and some of the club sports, because that's very important in the Bowie community. So I think it'd be good to get some exposure with that. And yeah, here on the screen is the main homepage for the Greater Annapolis Patch. And as you can see, there's some news stories there. On the right-hand side, we have a map of all the places where those stories are happening. The tabs at the top allow you to navigate through the pages. You can go to the directory, the events page. We also have a classified section, some of which are free, some of which there's a small fee to post. The volunteer opportunities, and there's a place for you to log in and if you want to interact with the site that way. So it's a very good interface. We're constantly trying to improve it and just make it the best user experience we possibly can.
Yeah.
I hate to ask at this point, but how long has the Annapolis Patch been up?
The Annapolis Patch has been up for a few weeks now.
Already?
Yeah. I think it's been up for 3 weeks at this point.
Well, you're moving fast.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually very rapid.
He's
very
given
rapid
up on
growth.
sleep.
Sleep is quite a commodity these past few weeks, but it's fine. I'm really looking forward to the site. I'm really excited about it. And back to the growth of Patch. You know, right now we have a little under 200 live patches.
Right.
But by the end of the year, we should have about 500 nationwide.
Have we mentioned that this is sponsored by America Online,
AOL is the
parent company?
yeah, the parent company of Patch.
Which has plenty of resources.
Yeah, it's they've been great. AOL definitely provides us with a lot of support. And so here we have the this is the events calendar. So you can search by
nice.
date. You search by type of event. You know, we try to get the most amount of information that we can. You know, contact information, when it's going to be, how much it's going to cost. So yeah, I mean, we have a calendar editor for the Bowie site, and she is going out to the schools and the
Sure.
churches and trying to get all of their events so that people in Bowie know what's out there for them.
That's great. And,
So how
and of course,
often-
people can send them in to you as well.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, if people have an account on the site, oh, and here's our logo.
Yes.
So Bowie Patch, yeah, next Tuesday, the 28th, and yeah, if people want to come on the site and post their own events, it's very straightforward. Our website is designed to be very intuitive, and it's kind of just a thing where you log in, you click post an event, it says what's the name, what's the date, and all the pertinent information, and it's very easy to get things posted up.
That's super.
How often do you update it?
I will be updating the site several times a day. So definitely if you go on the site in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening, there will be different stories, different things up. Yeah, I mean, there will definitely be new content several times a day, and if there's breaking news, we also have a section of the site where you can sign up for a breaking news alert. So if something important is happening in Bowie, you can get an alert on your email account or through text messaging. So
Excellent.
that's a great resource as well.
And you're going to have a full editorial section?
Yeah, we're going to have some columnists and some opinion pieces as well. And part of the great thing about having it online and the kind of open nature of it is that it's a very good forum for discussion as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So if if you don't agree with something that a columnist has said, we encourage you to comment on it.
Instant letters to the editor.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and
Fantastic.
yeah, I mean, definitely we'll be checking to make sure that people aren't violating the terms of service, but it's not going to be a process where you post a comment and you wait 2 days for somebody to
Right.
approve of it or something.
Right.
We really want it to be a conversation and get a lot of community engagement. So
Sounds like the time is right
yeah,
for that. Everything else is moving that way. Why not the news? The newspaper, it sounds like, on the screen.
right.
That's what it is.
hate
Yeah.
to-
Yeah.
Exactly that. And the difference, a question I want to ask, there is that you want subscribers.
It's not necessarily a subscription. If you want to sign up for like a daily email and news alerts, things like that, it's definitely an option. But it's not required. There's no kind of sign up or anything required to have full functionality with the site, aside from commenting. And if you want to be posting your own things and commenting on articles, you do need to have an account, which is also very easy to sign up for.
Yeah.
And you can customize your preferences so that you're not getting constant emails if you don't want to. I mean, if you do want to get kind of like a daily newsletter from Patch, then that's definitely an option. But it's not something where we're going to be flooding your inbox with all kinds of email. If you
Are you actually going to have to do these newsletters yourself?
it's going to be an automatically generated thing
Oh,
where you
okay,
get
good.
kind of like a overview of the stories.
Definitely high tech.
Yeah. I mean, the system and the website design team has really come up with something great, and they are literally every day trying to think of ways to make it better, and they really take into account user feedback and feedback from us, the editors, as far as
Right.
how we're interacting with the site, things that we think can be improved. I mean, on a weekly, if not daily basis, things
Yeah.
about the site are changed to make it
That's
more
nice
user
to be able
friendly.
to get the daily updates. I think that's super because
Sure.
our daily newspaper, the Washington Post, that it has so little news. If you see Bowie in there once a year, you're lucky. And you will have a news team of freelancers covering schools, city council, that sort of thing.
Right. I mean, we're definitely going to do our best to cover everything. I mean, that's a challenge with any news organization is to cover all the news that's going on in town. And Bowie is a pretty decent sized area, but, you know, definitely government, you know, stuff that's going on with the schools, very important in this area. Like I said, sports is going to be a big part of it. And, you know, we're also going to have stuff like restaurant reviews, arts and entertainment stuff. So
people features, of course.
Yeah, obviously a lot of feature stuff. So.
Well, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to launching. I think people, when they start reading the site and interacting with it, they're going to find that that is something that they'd want to go back to multiple times a day to see what's going on in the area.
What kind of readership have the others received so far? Is it tends to rise and rise?
Yeah, definitely. Some of the other patches that have been around for, you know, a little over a year now have been doing well. And like I said, the ones in Maryland have only been around for a little over a month. The first two that launched here were College Park and Riverdale Park University Park is a combined site. For some of the smaller areas, they do combined patches because it's just some of the towns and cities are just a little too small to really necessitate an entire organization.
Well, this city requires.
Oh, Bowie definitely needs its own patch. That's very true.
You're gonna have photographers getting photos of the various events.
Yeah,
you had a scrapbook on the skeleton issue.
Right. So some of us, I mean, when I've been looking for the freelance writers, I've also, you know, been talking with some photographers and videographers. So definitely want to take a multimedia approach, and there'll be a lot of photos with all of our stories. You know, video when we think that something could be told best in that way.
We have a lot of good photographers in Bowie. Probably met some of them, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, definitely it's going to be a pretty good multimedia experience, I think.
Are you going to take editorial positions on things, or just
I think that's still
allow columnists to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I may voice my opinion on some things. I think that's something that I'll kind of just have to gauge as I go along. And see where things go once the site is live. But you know, I definitely want to keep my objectivity as much as possible.
Well, your columnists aren't going to have to be totally objective, are they?
No, that's why we keep it in the opinion section. So.
Yeah, you get by with that. Josh, you're in charge of Bowie Patch.
Right.
And do you manage other areas like Annapolis Patch? Or you have someone else?
I'm just the local editor for Bowie. So each site has a local editor, and then you know we have a regional editor who kind of helps us with the other patches in the area, and you know then we have support all the way up. I mean, we have a really great support team. Anytime that we need anything, anytime there's if there's breaking news or something and I needed help from another editor from one of the other area patches, you know, they'd be glad to help out. You know, even last week with the election stuff, I ended up going to Rusher and Baker's announcement party at Six Flags just to get some interviews, get some photos for the other PG County patches.
His victory party.
Yeah, victory party, right? So, yeah, we definitely help each other out a lot, and there's a really good like network of support that we have. So even though I'm the local editor for Bowie, there's definitely support outside of Bowie, you know, if necessary.
Oh, that's good. That's helpful.
Yeah.
It's Rusher and Baker is our new county executive because there's no opponent. We've had Rusher on this program, and it seems like a lot of people now are making comments in newspapers. Like the Post, they are very proud of that decision by the voters. And as several other politicos, one that's been a delegate for our state senator for so many, many years, is no longer there.